cup of tea makes everything better, or so we believe. But is this true for every tea? 70-year-old Magaret from Phoenix started every morning with licorice tea. She'd heard it was good for her health and began drinking it instead of water throughout the day. Then one morning, her heart started racing and her legs felt weak. The diagnosis at the emergency room was shocking. Potassium deficiency caused by the interaction between your blood pressure medication and licorice tea. On the flip side, 65-year-old Robert from Denver had always disliked plain water and was chronically dehydrated. But after discovering chamomile tea, everything changed. He could drink it as easily as water, and the gentle flavor encouraged him to drink 5-6 cups daily, naturally increasing his fluid intake. 6 months later, his health checkup showed significantly improved numbers. Both are teas, so why such dramatically different outcomes? Which teas can be safely consumed like water, and which should be avoided? For middle-aged and elderly adults taking multiple medications, this choice can literally be a matter of life and death. Stick with us until the end of today's story. You'll learn how to lower your medical bills without needing medicine or frequent hospital visits. It could truly change the rest of your life. I've got a quick favor to ask. If you want more health secrets, please subscribe right now. Hitting like and subscribe is totally free, but the value you'll get for your health is priceless. Also, leave the number 1 in the comments below. That one click from you means so much and helps us make more videos. Don't forget to share this with someone you care about. Your personal experience could be a huge help to so many others. The secret behind teas. Safe to drink instead of water. Chamomile tea, nature's perfect hydration source. A fascinating experiment took place at a nursing home in Colorado. Elderly residents who rarely drank water due to chronic dehydration were offered chamomile tea. The results were remarkable after 3 months. Their fluid intake increased by 40%, and dehydration symptoms like constipation and headaches significantly decreased. Chamomile tea is safe for this simple reason: it contains absolutely no caffeine, so it doesn't cause diuretic effects. Instead, it relaxes the body and helps retain fluids. 85-year-old Dorothy from Sacramento says, "Chamomile tea calms my mind and naturally makes me want to drink more. This is due to chamomile's apigenin compound, which has nerve-calming properties." Rooibos tea, South Africa's miracle. South African indigenous people have called rooibos tea the tea of life for hundreds of years, and there's a special secret to it. It's caffeine-free while being rich in minerals that help balance electrolytes. 72-year-old Charles from Atlanta needed to drink plenty of fluids due to his diabetes, but he always struggled with plain water's bland taste. After discovering rooibos tea, its sweet, yet refreshing flavor allowed him to easily drink over 2 liters daily without any burden. 6 months later, his blood sugar levels stabilized, and his kidney function improved. Peppermint tea. 2 birds with 1 stone. Digestion and hydration. Janet, in her late 60s from Boston, constantly suffered from indigestion. Drinking lots of water made her feel bloated. But after starting peppermint tea, things changed. The menthol in mint aided her digestion, while simultaneously providing adequate hydration. Now, a cup of peppermint tea after meals refreshes my stomach while naturally keeping me hydrated, says Janet. Her case brings hope to many middle-aged adults facing similar issues. Dangerous teas. You should never drink instead of water. Licorice tea. Hidden dangers behind the sweet taste. The most striking example of licorice tea's dangers occurred in the Netherlands. A 68-year-old woman collapsed after drinking licorice tea instead of water, while taking blood pressure medication. Hospital tests revealed dangerously low potassium levels in her blood, leading to cardiac arrhythmia. The glycyrrhizin in licorice acts similarly to cortisol in the body, causing potassium depletion, especially for those taking diuretics or blood pressure medications. Excessive licorice tea consumption can lead to potassium deficiency, resulting in muscle weakness, arrhythmia, and even life-threatening situations. 75-year-old William from Chicago had a similar experience. While taking anti-inflammatory medication for arthritis and enjoying licorice tea, he began experiencing leg weakness and shortness of breath. Emergency room tests showed his blood potassium had dropped to half the normal level. The doctor said, if he had come just 1 day later, he could have suffered cardiac arrest. Licorice's glycyrrhizin is known to interact with 146 different medications. The risk multiplies especially when combined with blood pressure medications, diuretics, and anti-inflammatory drugs. Ginseng tea. The trap of the cure-all tea. The belief that ginseng is a panacea leads many people to drink ginseng tea like water. But for 70-year-old Helen from Miami, it nearly became a disaster. Helen was taking blood pressure and diabetes medications while drinking 3 to 4 cups of strong ginseng tea daily. She thought, if it's good for you, you should drink lots of it. Then one day, her blood pressure suddenly spiked over 200, and she was rushed to the emergency room. The ginsenosides in ginseng interfered with her blood pressure medication, while also affecting her blood sugar. Medical staff explained, her medication therapy only started working properly after she stopped drinking ginseng tea. Ginkgo tea, the memory tea's betrayal. 72-year-old George from Seattle was worried about his declining memory and consistently drank ginkgo tea. But after a simple tooth extraction at the dentist, his bleeding wouldn't stop. The anticoagulant effects of his regular aspirin and ginkgo tea had combined. I drank it daily because I heard it was good for memory, but I had no idea it could be this dangerous, says George. Like many others, he focused only on the positive effects, while overlooking the side effects. High caffeine teas, hidden stimulants. High caffeine teas like mate or guarana also require caution. 63-year-old Linda from Portland started drinking mate tea after hearing it was good for fatigue recovery, but suffered from insomnia and heart palpitations. The caffeine content was higher than coffee, putting stress on her heart. This can be extremely dangerous for those taking heart medications. Practical tea selection guide. Safety rules for medication users. If you're taking medications, always consult with your doctor or pharmacist before trying new teas. 78-year-old Betty from San Francisco followed this principle and avoided danger. While taking blood pressure medication, she wanted to try hibiscus tea, but her pharmacist advised, hibiscus also has blood pressure lowering effects, so combining them might drop your blood pressure too much. The golden ratio of water and tea. The safest approach is maintaining a 70% water, 30% safe tea ratio. 69-year-old Frank from Las Vegas followed this principle while alternating between chamomile and rooibos teas. After 6 months, his blood tests showed all values stabilized within normal ranges. Listen to your body's signals. Whatever tea you drink, stop immediately if any unusual symptoms appear. Headaches, dizziness, chest tightness, and indigestion are all warning signs from your body. 74-year-old Ruth from New Orleans says she has a habit of carefully observing bodily changes for 3 days whenever trying a new tea, which has helped her avoid danger multiple times. Conclusion: wise choices create healthy lives. Sometimes the choice of a single cup of tea can determine life or death, but with proper knowledge and careful selection, you can enjoy only the benefits of tea. Just like many elderly people who suffered from dehydration due to disliking plain water, have regained their health through safe teas. Starting today, check whether the tea you're drinking is truly safe and whether it conflicts with your medications. Small attention leads to great health.